Let's go over the first one. So for the scatter plot, my index, which one do I have control over? The amount of drug that I give somebody or their reaction time? The amount of drug. That's your X. Right, that's your independent variable. And this is your Y. And you guys see where it's a percent? Don't worry about the percent. You just worry about just use it the straight up numbers they give you.
Okay.
Because you guys remember when we had cars and there's like cars in 10,000s and like amount revenue in billions. We didn't write down, you know, this many thousand, 10,000, or this many billion. We just went with the straight numbers. Just go with the straight numbers. It's fine. So my X goes from what to what? 1 to 6.5. So I have to make sure I cover that along the bottom. So maybe I go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the bottom, the Y, remember, did not have misleading graph. I really should start that at 0. What's the highest I need to go?
4.5.
Yeah, so 5, basically. So here's my 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And then what are these things? You have to label them. Here is the amount of drug. This is the amount of drug. And then in percent. And this is reaction time. And then he's kind of graphic. So 1, 1. It goes somewhere along this line, right? You guys have it sort of like this, more or less.
Something like that.
Right. Something along those lines. So does it look like there's a correlation? Does it look like it sort of follows a general kind of path?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it does appear to be a correlation. The second step. I'm sorry, then we have B, our hypothesis test. So first step is what?
Test.
Yeah, from H naught, H1. What's my H naught?
Rho equals 0.
Rho equals 0. What's my H1?
Rho does not equal 0.
Great. Step 2 is what?
Draw a picture.
Yep, draw a picture, find your critical value. So I'm going to draw a picture. Always going to be two-tailed. It's not a normal curve, so don't go doing this thing. That's for a different chapter. This is just a straight line. Always two-tailed. Now, how many items do I have? 12. So my degrees of freedom is 10. Anybody on board with that?
Mm-hmm.
My alpha is what?
0.05.
0.05. In general, if I don't give you an alpha, what's the alpha understood to be?
0.5.
0.05, not 50%, 5%. All right, a 5 cents, 0.05. So you guys are going to look upon your trusty PPMC table, and under alpha is 0.05. You're going to get 0.576, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be 0.576 and negative 0.576. Good? Don't put it here. Don't go sticking it out here. That would be wrong and you'd be in trouble for that. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? This is negative 1 out here. Stick it right where this number is, negative 0.576. So it's clear it goes with this. Okay? What's my third step?
Do your test.
Test step. Yep. So how do I find my R? This is how you show your work. You need to show your work. I know this is B in your problem, but yeah. Question?
So do we not have to state what the claim is, or like point to
Nope.
what the claim is in this one?
Nope.
Okay.
The claims for this one is always going to be that there's a correlation. It's always going to be H1. So chapter 10 will always be H1. Chapter 11 will pretty much always be H naught. So it'll be kind of different there. But we'll get to that later today. All right, so this one, this is how you show your work. L1, the little arrow down, so I know what I put in the data for L1. L2 with the little arrow down, so I know what I put in my data for L2. You guys see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do stat, test, lin, reg, t, test of what? L1, comma, L2. What does that look like? What does that look like? Good question. So I'm stat, test, and you're going to go up because it's faster to get there. Lin, reg, t, test. L1 and where the x's are. L2 where the y's are. Frequency, leave that at 1. Don't change that. Just leave it at 1. You have one of each of them. This next one here is always not equal to, always for this. And then this reg, leave that blank. And then calculate. Good?
Mm-hmm.
I have different data than you have, but it'll give you all this sort of stuff. In the very bottom, it gives you an R. I really have nothing in my list, so it doesn't give you anything else. Do you guys remember what happens if you accidentally delete a list? So I go up to list 1, and I delete it by mistake.
You gotta retype it.
We'll see I have no, I mean the list itself. There's no L1 at all.
Oh my
Do you guys
God.
see that?
Yeah.
How do you get it back?
You have to go.
You can do it this way. Second, this is the easy way if you don't have any
Memory.
programs you've written and saved on there. Second, memory. Reset, that's 7. Reset. All, go over to all memory. And then, are you sure it's going to delete all this stuff? Yes. As long as you haven't created anything in there. And then it'll be back. Then your L1's back. Okay? Good? Alright, now we're moving back over here. Okay, so you guys got for your R, what'd you get? 0.941. 3 decimal places. Put it in your picture. 0.941. Incidentally, this is going to be 1, this is negative 1. This is 0. You can put those in too if you want. So here, what's my step 4? Is it in the rejection region or the non-rejection region?
Rejection.
The rejection.
Yep, so I'm going to reject H naught. Don't forget to put H naught. You just put, some people just put reject on their exam and they lost a point every time they did that. They didn't put H naught. Step 5,
I didn't do that.
enough evidence. And this is how this one kind of rolls. It's always going to be the same. To support claim, relationship or correlation. Technically it's correlation, but you can say relationship, that's okay. Between, what are these things? Drug and reaction time. Amount of drug and reaction time. That's pretty clear, I think. Okay? Alright, you guys work on the second problem on the back. Again, you do not have to do a scatter plot, just do the test for this.